got a lot of nerve to say you were my friend. When I was down, you just stood there grinning. You got a lot of nerve to say you got a hand to lend. You just wanna be on the side that's winning. You say I let you down, you know it's not like that. If you're so hurt, why then don't you show it? You say you lost your faith, but that's not where it's at. You had no faith to lose, and you know it. I know the reason that you talk behind my back. I used to be among the crowd you're in with. Do you take me for such a fool to think I'd make contact with the one who tries to hide what he don't know to begin with? I wish that for just one time you could stand inside my shoes, and just for that one moment I could be you. Yes, I wish that for just one time you could stand inside my shoes. You'd know what a drag it is to see you.
You've got them in a froth, Bryan. That sounded absolutely beautiful.
Thank you very much.
And that's from your new album, Dylan-esque, which is a selection of Bob Dylan songs that you've covered. What was it about Dylan that made you think he'd be a good subject?
Well, the songwriting, really. The songs are very strong, very varied, beautiful lyrics.
Was it the lyrics that you loved first about Dylan? Because obviously the melodies are fantastic, but for, you know, he's just a poet, isn't he?
Yeah, he's unique, and he did bring poetry into you know, pop rock music writing, and revolutionised really the industry or whatever. Him and the Beatles, when they came along, were a breath of fresh air.
Dylan, got a lot of flack when he went electric.
Yeah,
but I read that was when you first got into him.
Turned on to him, really, because before that, you know, folk music wasn't really my bag. You know, I was into R&B, and it was all kind of American black music, whether it was from blues, R&B, jazz, all sorts, really.
Did you see him on that tour? Because my dad went to see him in Newcastle when he went electric. And of course, it was in Manchester Free Trade Hall where the famous Judas comment was made.
Oh, yeah, and then he shouted out, "You're a liar," or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I only saw him play for the first time last year.
Oh, really?
At Brixton Academy, which is a great venue. I like that place, very funky, sort of rough place. And,
yeah.
Good place to see him play for the first time.
Well, it's interesting because actually you're touring in April and so is he. And he's playing Newcastle on the 12th.
Oh, right.
He's playing the Arena and then you're playing City Hall on the 13th. But he doesn't have a gig that night.
Oh, right.
So I'm thinking maybe we could get you together. You could meet up, something like that.
I'm sure he's got better things to do
No!
on his night off.
I could see you two out on the razzle down the big market, Bryan. Come on.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
You're a bit of a king of covers, really. You've done some fantastic covers over the years.
King of covers. That's
You are. I think you are.
Title,
Well, I mean, Jealous Guys, obviously, you know, a really important part of your back catalogue. But also, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. You know, everything from Sinatra to, you know, The In Crowd, which is my personal favourite.
Oh, right.
What do you think makes a good cover?
You've got to love the song first. You've got to love the material, and you've got to kind of embrace the song as if it's your own, really, and just find a way into it that is your own style of doing it. I mean, obviously, my main body of work, I see it, is my own writing. But after I'd done the first 2 Roxy albums, I felt I'd made some kind of statement as a songwriter. I thought, well, it'd be great to do another album which was completely different, where I wasn't the writer, and just as a singer, arranger, or producer, or whatever, all those things, just tackle some different material and broaden my repertoire.
Exactly, flex your muscles in other areas. So speaking of Roxy, I'm very excited about the next Roxy music album. What's the latest? Because it might be quite a while.
Well, it's very early days. I mean, it's not very good when you have pressure on a project, but there was a lot of expectation when we started touring again in 2001. We did this reunion Roxy tour, and that was a great vibe. It was a great success for everybody, I think. We enjoyed it, and the audience did too, because we hadn't played together for God knows how many years. Then we thought, well, maybe we'll go into the studio and try some stuff, and it was going very well. But after a couple of months, I realised it was going to be quite a long project, and I wanted to get something out of my own before.
So why is that? Is that Bryan and his soundscapes and all that?
Not really. No, he's incredibly quick.
Right. Okay.
It's me with writing the words as the slow part.
Do you find songwriting a challenging process sometimes? Or?
Let's say that again.
Yeah.
yeah, it is. I don't write as much as I used to when I first started, and yet I seem to be busier than ever. I do a lot of live work.
So maybe we'll look forward to Roxy, maybe 2009.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep my fingers crossed. Thank you very much, Bryan
Ferry.
Thank you very much. A little round of applause.